the bowels of WordPress Nation. It's
You know what
time
time it is.
All operators are busy at this time. Please hold.
Drad.
for the DradCast. Here to talk WordPress news, events, and fizzy pop with community leaders.
Ultimately letting smarter people run the show weekly.
We bring you your favorite Santan alumnus, Brad Williams and Dre Armada. Sit back, folks, grab something to sip on, and get ready to press on. The DradCast starts now.
That is right. Welcome to a special edition of the DradCast. I'm your friendly elf, the Bradford, and I'm a South Pole elf. And you know what? If you don't like it, you can go elf yourself. Dre, what's up, my brother?
Hey,
WordSesh 3.
Man, we made it this far. I can't believe it, man. It's 2 years of the running. Here's the third one, and geez, let's screw this up. I mean, we do it pretty epically every year, so let's screw it up again. I'm excited.
We're screwing it up. We're doing awesome. I'm pretty sure nothing's working right now, but that's what DradCast and WordSesh is all about. Figuring out as we go, right? So bear with us. We're in minute 1 of a 24-hour WordPress marathon. This is the third WordSesh. I'm stoked, man. It's been almost a year, I think, since the last one. So it's been a while.
It was the end of last year, and the first one was in April of last year. You know, I did want to, for real quickly, for those that may be having some issues on the main wordsesh.org website, go check out the YouTube link. It's being posted in the chat room that you can actively peruse on the main WordSesh website, and we'll see that kicking off right from the WordSesh site here quickly. Yeah, this is the third installment, a year removed from the last one, 6 months between the first two. I'm excited to be here. I mean, every year or every event, the actual lineup seems to just get crazier and crazier. So I'm excited to see what's coming. Hell,
I'm excited because I think people are actually watching us right now, which is cool. So go Scotty B. We gotta officially welcome the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Norway himself, Scott Basgard. Scott, what is happening, man?
Good to be back, guys.
It is good to be back. I'm very happy that you survived the last 2 word sessions. For some reason, I think of the fact that the one thing I love about WordSesh is the fact that Scott's in Norway. If you don't know that, and what time is it in Norway right now?
It is 1 a.m.
1 a.m. So Scott actually schedules the starting of this event that he founded and organized since the start at 1 a.m. local his time to go 24 hours. So, you literally picked, one of the worst times for you, but you did it for the community, you did it for the viewers. It is tricky when you're trying to do a worldwide event. Time zones are not easy, especially across all the various time zones out there. So, it's worked, though, man. This has worked. This is the third time we've done it. I think this is going to be the biggest one yet. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I think so. I think, to be honest, I think kind of WordSesh 2 kind of lost track with 2 tracks, was a little bit disorganized, kind of didn't know how to make it bigger and better. I think going back to the roots, having one channel, kind of being unified and kind of coming back together is going to kind of make this a more successful event. I think, kind of, again, with kind of more emphasis around pushing this through Twitter and kind of, getting the word out there, I think it will be kind of the biggest event that we've had so far, and it's exciting. It's exciting to see those numbers. I think we can go over some of the stats from the previous 2 here in a bit, but it's exciting to do all of this for free and online, and it's fun, right? So yeah, I hope everyone has a good time.
To your point about WordSesh 1 was kind of what we're doing this year, which is the word for this event, which is 1 track, 24 hours, 24 events, 24 presentations essentially. Over the course of a day. Last year we did 2 tracks, so we basically did 48, presentations or roundtables or whatever it was. So I don't think it was. I think it was hard to track from an organizer standpoint, and I think it was hard to track from a viewer standpoint too, because it's the same problem you have at a WordCamp. It's like when you have 2 or 3 or 4 topics that interest you at the same time, what do you do? It's almost like too much of a good thing. You know what I mean? Like it was a little bit too much of a good thing, I think.
Well, I think when you think through it, I mean, you said I think the key word unification, and when you start talking community and what WordPress is all about, it really is about that community. And when you have everybody together interacting and teaching, or really off one accord, I think that personifies what this is all about. nonetheless, let's stick through this for a second, maybe, because we've got a lot of organizers that are probably going to be attending. A lot of folks that have went through event management. A lot of it local. You're having to go through the logistics of setting up a venue and all that fun stuff. This is a little different, and in some capacities easier, but in others more challenging. Can you talk through some of the things that you've had to endure to get this thing to be successful? I mean, 3 years running, it wasn't so easy.
No, not at all. I mean, the biggest thing is kind of finding the time to put this together. It's all been, again, in the past, kind of manually added, like all the sessions, all the speakers. Brad's pissed at me because there's like 10 spreadsheets for everything. It's just
my God. We literally have 10 Google Doc spreadsheets, and you realize that Google Doc spreadsheets have tabs, which is an amazing invention that we could be using. But I kid. It's fun.
Thanks, Brad. No, so it's kind of just like the overhead for organizing. Besides that, like I organize WordCamp Norway, so I kind of know what it's like to organize a real event, and it's totally different. I think kind of the stress around this would be, or kind of the pain points or overhead stuff is like around just being organized. Like it is live, it is kind of sessions that are back to back. It's a lot of technical stuff that can go wrong, like it just happened, and I'm kind of fixing the site while I'm talking.
Oh yeah, you're talking about cowboy code, and your video podcasting while you're fixing code on the website. That is, I feel like that's a step above cowboy coding. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, cowboy casting is what he's rolling with right now.
It's pretty amazing. And we have some new tech this year. I think a lot of the viewers listening right now that are tuned into the website, wordsesh.org/live, are realizing we have a pretty cool interface going on, much better than we had the last few years. Tell us a little bit about what we're using here.
Yeah, so kind of the past two were the same thing. Some people are doing still. It's kind of on the left, kind of chat on the right-hand side, setting that on the site. Paul, from a colleague from mine at Human Made, told me about this thing called Crowdcast, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, which is kind of what I have like envisioned, of making, right? So it's a tool that exists out there called Crowdcast.io, and it's awesome. It's everything we need for WordSesh. It is, kind of the ability to schedule Hang-ups, have like a main room for the video and the chat, and you also have some cool things like polling and questions and upvoting and stuff like that. So it's kind of everything you would need for an event like this. I think I would love to see everyone start using this. Like this would be awesome for DradCast. This would be awesome for anything that we're doing online. Just the ability for us to kind of all be in one place with chat, with polling, with upvoting of questions. It's really cool, and I'm excited to use it.
Yeah, you sold me on this for DradCast. I mean, we've had issues with chat rooms before. The fact that you can do kind of live polling and questions. And I think it highlights what WordSesh is all about. It's a very interactive event, right? It's not just to sit back and watch a presentation and go on to the next presentation. You're not talking to anybody. It's extremely interactive. Like, we want you in the chat rooms. We want you asking questions. We want you being involved. We want this to be like a literal virtual camp where it's more than just watching somebody on a screen. You're interacting, you're asking questions, you're getting involved. And I think that's one of the things that really sets WordSesh apart from anything else I've seen that's like online only.
Yeah,
well, there you have it, folks. So with that, let's roll right in, because I gotta use these bumpers, man. We paid good money for these, so I want to know what you guys are sipping on.
Hey, what you sipping on?
All right. Well, I should have planned a little better and had some eggnog at the ready, and I did not. So this South Pole elf is drinking a little bit of his favorite drink at the moment, which is the private stock Captain Morgan, and it definitely keeps this elf nice and warm during the winter. Scott, man, what do you drink over there in Norway? Is it something made from, I don't know, moose blood or something?
Real Norwegians.
Little Norway.
Little
The thing is, it's like it says Little Norway, but it's like branded as Canadian, right? It's a maple leaf, and it says something about Canada. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But
is that made by the company that makes the Canadian beer? I've never heard of Little Norway.
Me either. Maria might know. Maria, you out there?
Made by Molson Ice.
All right. Well, we got our first challenger of the day. Who makes a
Little lager? Pretty good.
That's great. Dre, man, what you got over
Dre's
there?
Dre's got to go train a little bit after this, so I'm drinking a Diet Coke. But when I get back a little later on to help through some of the sessions with the team, I will be partaking quite a bit. It's going to be great.
All right, all together as a collective WordSesh community. All right. And I know, Dre, you'll make it up later, right? Priorities, my friend.
Oh, man.
This is awesome. I'm stoked. I remember the last two word sessions, and this one's been a little bit longer since the first two were 6 months apart, right? So this one's been about almost 12 months. It's really interesting. If you stick with WordSesh throughout this event, there is almost a sense of missing something when it's over because you're interacting, you're watching. It's like always something to do for the next 24 hours. Don't know what to do? Log into WordSesh. Watch the see what's going on. So, talk about those technical difficulties. There they are. So, but it's fun. It's almost like something like I was missing something that was over, and I felt like, all right, well, what do I do now? It's it's Saturday my time. Now I'm kind of lonely. It's Saturday night, and there's nobody to talk to about WordPress. It's an interesting feeling. So I'm curious if anyone out there, the first time listener or watcher of WordSesh, if they feel the same way when the event comes to an end. Did you guys kind of feel like there was kind of missed it? I know, Scott, you kind of a bit delirious the last few years. I don't think you actually knew where you were when the event ended.
No, for some reason, every time this happens, I get like this. I come down with this thing, like the insomnia giggles. I don't know what you want to call it. Just can't stop laughing when I don't have any sleep, right? So if that happens, I apologize.
I feel like now that this is the third event, there's been a handful of people who've done the 24-hour challenge.
It's not healthy.
For one and for two, or one or the other, right? They stayed up through the whole thing. I feel like we need to give this thing a name, maybe a hashtag, and if you're in it for the challenge, you can kind of promote the fact that you're doing it, like you're in it start to finish, 24 hours of WordPress. This is totally off the cuff. We didn't talk about this pre-show, so I have no idea what to call this. Maybe the chat room has an interesting idea, or anybody on Twitter wants to hashtag us or tweet us at WordSesh. What should we call that? If you're doing the 24-hour WordSesh challenge, if you're staying up for all 24 hours, you're gonna watch every episode, every presentation, participate. What are we calling those people? What is that challenge? What is a hashtag we can use to track that? Because I know some people are doing it this year. It'd be fun to see how many people actually last. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas.
That's a good one. I don't know. I mean, yeah, pain.
So while we're at it, we can think of a name for our kind of our WordSesh mascot, right?
Oh man, that will forever be the pink sausage, my friend. That's just the way it's going to roll.
That's another topic. This guy. I kind of feel like we need to throw a poll out there real quick and see what's the over/under on this pink sausage mascot. Like, I think this is probably the weirdest WordPress logo I've ever seen. And between the organizers, we've kind of been dubbing it the pink sausage. We've been hashtagging the pink sausage logo. Scott, maybe throw up a quick poll and see, like, do people like the logo? Do they like the goofiness of it? Is it too much? I mean, I think it's kind of cool because it's just weird. Like, I kind of want it on a shirt so people are like, what the hell? Weird. What is that? Pink sausage?
I think it's cool, but it's kind of obscene, so it's really cool. Damn it! Now, as you set up that poll, and we start ruling.
So I can't make a poll. If someone in the chat can make a poll for what they think about the WordSesh logo, that would be awesome.
So as we're waiting on that, guys, it's pretty cool that we're seeing some people come in with a name for this 24-hour WordPress challenge. The one I like so far is the Seshathon. Like that's legit, man.
Seshathon. That's a mouthful. I love it.
Yeah, Pressomnia. That's another pretty kick-ass one. Wow.
The other thing too, for this kind of stuff, we could be using the upvoting feature too, right? So like people could start upvoting this.
David Bissett in the chat room. I think we're going to pass on hashtag 24 hours of pink sausage. That's not a good look if we're tweeting that out there. People are going to, they're going to wonder what you're talking about. So
I like Pressomnia. That's pretty cool.
Seshathon. I love WordSesh because it's one, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, and it's hard to spell and it's hard to say, which is kind of fun. So Seshathon, it's even harder to say. I love it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we go with Seshathon or we go with something else?
I think Pressomnia hit it on the head, man.
Pressomnia. All right, that's easier to say. I get it. All right. So it's settled. If you're up for 24 hours, if you're doing this, we need to get this on the WordPress Twitter to make it official. If you're doing this thing from top to bottom, you need to be hashtagging everything with, what was it?
Pressomnia, my friend.
Pressomnia. I love it. That's awesome.
I love it.
That is so cool.
Well, as we move forward here, I'd like to let everybody know that's listening in now. Listen, go get your friends on Twitter. Go get them off of Facebook. Let them know that WordSesh is happening. Direct them over to wordsesh.org so they can watch live, they can interact, and learn a little something. They've got 24 hours to learn at least one thing and share it with somebody else. For everybody else, listen, I think it's important that we give back to the community. We've seen this Five for the Future campaign that's been going on. I know at Web Dev Studios we've donated a little bit more than that, but we've certainly committed to a formal 5% of the company's time to contributing to WordPress. So we need to get involved. I mean, one of the easy ways that you can do that is head over to make.wordpress.org. A lot of cool stuff that you can get involved with, giving back to WordPress, which is why we're here today, to interact as a community around a really killer platform that's changed a lot of lives. It's built businesses. It's built some really cool applications, but certainly long-lasting friendships. Head over to make.wordpress.org. Every little bit counts, whether you're giving back and helping someone learn something in the forums or contributing to code. Let's do it.
Great point. Love it. It's all about giving back, right?
I'm going to take a quick, and it's kind of off topic, but a quick shout out to a few people actually to kind of just say thanks. Special thanks to SiteGround actually. I think one of the biggest pain points in the past was hosting. I hosted this site kind of on my own dedicated server, just whatever I could afford, and it just went down all the time. But it was never a really issue. Like I think the kind of no stress, just having fun kind of vibes for WordSesh. Like we just went to YouTube or we went somewhere else. Like it never mattered, but. It is kind of painful when someone like Matt comes on and the site goes down and everyone's freaking out, right? So SiteGround was very kind and kind of gracious enough to offer free hosting for WordSesh. They're amazing over there, and just a big thank you to them for kind of making this possible. They also have a promo for the event to get 60% off one of their WordPress packages, which is really cool. So that's kind of like the only thing that's price involved with running the event is hosting, right? And then I guess a big thanks to kind of Woo Themes too. I've used their theme for the site all 3 years. And a big thanks to you guys. There's Dre, Brad, Maria, Brian, Tom, Chris Cochran. Special thanks every year. They've kind of been a huge help with making this happen, right? So their time, outside of work to make this possible. So
well, at the end of the day, Scott, there's no one's put more effort and time into this event than you have, and I know you're very humble about it, but. You're really the man. You're really the one that pulled this all together. You easily put in more time and really wrangled everybody and got this working. And you've done it all. This is the third time, all 3 times. So don't sell yourself short. We're here because of Mr. Basgard and all his moose riding glory. So definitely hats off.
Yeah, even if he's got a weird little Norwegian beer from Canada, you took the words out of my mouth. That's legit.
Oh man, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to make a poll, so that's not happening. But go ahead and throw in the chat room. You like the logo? You don't like the logo? We'll figure it out as time goes on throughout the event, so we get some polls for some of these other presenters. But last thing I want to do is accidentally close this thing and something.
Yeah,
the show's over. Right? So we got a little bit of a giveaway we got to get to, right, guys?
Listen, I got a question for you. How about we give something away? I like giving stuff away. Can we give something away?
Yeah, man. So speaking of SiteGround, so they were even kind of on board with making the event fun, right? So I've always thought about how can we make the event fun? How can we give stuff away? So they have 10 giveaways they'd like to give. So why are you laughing, Brad?
I thought Dre was about to fall choking to death or something. He started standing up and flailing. I'm a little bit concerned here.
So
what's the protocol? Someone literally is about to die.
Oh, geez, someone asked what my shirt says. My shirt says "Jits do it." It's jujitsu. Yeah, that's all. Sorry.
All right, sorry. Back to what you're saying, Scott.
No, so I wish we had more giveaways, but for one of the we have 10 kind of swag giveaways from SiteGround, which is cool. I wish we had pink sausage shirts and coffee mugs. Maybe next time we can do that because that would be amazing. So on the DradCast we're going to give away, or SiteGround's going to help give away 10 really nice things, t-shirts and maybe a sweatshirt and something like that. Pretty sweet. I want one, but we're going to give 10 away. 2 people can answer these questions. So I think what I'll do is I'll post the questions in chat kind of over the next 20 minutes, and then whoever is the first person to answer them correctly, I'll go back and read them. You guys will somehow need to get in contact with me, or I'll contact you, and then we'll send you some sweet stuff. So
It's pretty obvious we really thought this out. So if you could go ahead and answer these questions, that'd be awesome. But we definitely want to hook you up. I mean, Psych Around
let's do it like this. I'll just randomly start saying them over the next 20 minutes. So the first one for you guys who are listening is, what is the first jiu-jitsu competition Dre won gold at?
All right.
Okay.
First,
See me flailing now, suckers. That's what I'm talking about. Woo.
Now we're getting somewhere. We're talking about Dre hurting somebody.
Hi there. Hey, speaking of that, let's tie this all back into this 5 for the future. In fact, we interviewed, if you go to DradCast.com, at WordCamp San Francisco a couple months ago, had the opportunity to interview Matt Mullenweg, who told us, hey, if you commit Web Dev Studios 5% to the future, Dre, I will get on the mat and do some jiu-jitsu with you. So we've done that. He has formally accepted online on Twitter. So one of the upcoming events, I'm going to have to choke him out. I mean, it's got to happen.
I just, take a minute. Let's all just take a minute, close our eyes, and just imagine Dre and Matt Mullenweg on a jiu-jitsu mat.
This doesn't really well.
Do it without laughing. Imagine those two on the mat.
Kansas City 2002.
Rolling around, trying to choke each other out. Someone's going to die. It's probably not going to be Dre. Shit's gonna go downhill, so I don't know if I'm behind this whole thing. I'm a little bit concerned.
Yeah, this might not be a good gig, but so let's step back to the question one more time. What is the first? What's that?
Las Vegas Spring Open. Or was
he's not saying excuse me, but he's just literally rattling off these questions. It's good stuff.
All right,
man.
well, so dude, he nailed it.
We got a winner.
He nailed it. So I took silver at Worlds. I took gold in first place at the Vegas Open earlier this year. So good on you.
Nice.
Got that.
All right, I'll do 4 more here, and then I'll do the rest in chat. Next one up is, what is the first WordCamp Dre and Brad presented together at?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is I actually had, when we were talking about this, I wasn't entirely sure. I had to think about it. Now, when you say presented together, just so we're clear, are we talking about on stage together, or are we talking about just 2 presentations at the same camp? Because there's definitely
good question. I think we go with presented together on stage same time.
Well, I like it, and I'm pretty sure I know which one that is. So.
Google power, man. You cheating bastards. That's great. Did you see the chat room just get mysteriously silent all of a sudden?
Yeah, because they're all on Google trying to put something. No one's watching this anymore. Everyone's
that
Googling,
doesn't exist, but we need a WordCamp Santan. That would be awesome.
Santan is man, I would almost accept that. But we've given a lot of presentations at Santan together.
Yes, we have. In fact, we've presented Santan with our wallet more than once. That's for damn sure.
It's bad when you show up there and say, "Hey, Brad, what your usual?" I'm like, "I don't even live here. How do you know my name?" I've been here 2 days. If you know my name, you know my usual. That's something's wrong with that.
Little hosed up. Listen, well, let's step on to the next one. I think that's going to be a second. You guys are all off quite a ways. Keep on trucking.
Bing, bang, boom. So what do Brad, Dre, and Scott have in common? Could be a lot of things, but there's one
another awesome one.
One good answer, I guess. We got WordCamp Phoenix 2011. I think that is a winner.
Sheesh, I think Adam just nailed it, man.
We have a winner.
We have a winner. It was WordCamp Phoenix.
Sound effect, but I don't have that.
Yeah, we should have.
Gunfire.
WordCamp Phoenix 2011. In fact, Epic Camp. We presented on security, and I don't know what just happened, but that sounded like how I felt the morning of our presentation after 3 hours sleep. But it worked. Wow. Yeah,
I'm not even what's happening in chat, but it's not safe for work. I'll tell you that much.
Beards. All open.
I'm not repeating that stuff. Oh, man.
All right, the third question was, what do Brad, Dre, and Scott have in common? No, I'm not taking that answer. That's just
I don't even know if I like that question. I feel like this is a little bit too debatable to have a definitive answer.
Ooh, there's some good answers.
I like the question. It's a good question.
I don't think I even know the answer to that, so we'll just see what people come up with.
You do.
Do I?
Yeah.
Well, I'm the one
All right,
learning
next one.
that, and you
Next
guys
one.
aren't.
What city had the most viewers for WordSesh 2?
Yeah, you
I
are
like
man.
that
Here we go.
question.
That's
started,
really good, brother.
started WDS together.
Ooh,
I'll give it to Mike.
close enough.
Close enough.
What was the answer on that?
We all worked at WebDiv Studios.
Awesome.
Yeah, Scott was definitely early on, but didn't quite start it.
Mike is showing me. So, Mike, I got Mike down as the winner of question number 3. I've got him down. I'm taking down names as we go here, Scotty B. And there we go. Awesome. So, what city had the most viewers for WordSesh 2?
But, Sofia, Bulgaria. That's correct, Nick.
In the wrong order,
Hey,
sir.
he is not allowed to win again. Quit this. Oh, well, hey, Nick got it. Nick got it. Awesome. I thought Colin got it again. I was like, you cheater. Yeah,
All right, last one for now.
Not to be confused with Sofia, Russia, as Scott likes to call it. Why
did you do that? Why did you do that?
Oh man! So
did I say that?
One of us. We might have.
I said it. I said it.
All right. So
I got the last one, and then we'll move on. The last one from now
we gotta move on. We got other stuff.
What year is my WordCamp T-shirt from?
Oh baby!
Ooh.
You gotta stand up. You gotta let people see it because I'm only seeing the bottom. There you go. And I gotta say, I went to that WordCamp, and that's probably one of my favorite WordCamp shirts. I have like a top 5. That's easily top 3, and I've heard a lot of people say the same thing. All right, so we got a few more questions we'll get to in a little bit, but guys, we have some wraps to talk about. So if you're familiar with WordSesh, Dre, what did I skip something? What do you got?
Yeah, I think I'd like to talk just a quick shot. What is the discussion or the presentation that you're looking forward to the most? I'd love to hear kind of where you guys are headed. I'm looking forward to, obviously, the one that Brad and I are on, talking about the news in a roundtable format tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow morning for some of you, tomorrow evening for some of you. But it's the last session before closing remarks. I'm excited to talk about it because I think it's a space that's really important as we grow as a community. So and there's a lot of cool people involved. The other one that I'm excited about is listen to no other than Lisa Sabin Wilson, who's just kind of awesome. So it really doesn't matter what she's talking about. It's gonna kick ass. But she's also on tomorrow afternoon. So make sure to tune in. The schedule is up to date. So check that out when you get a chance. What are you guys looking forward to?
Yeah, I'll go real quick. All the panels, I think kind of the
Damn it, that was my answer.
Oh, well, I think it's the best answer, right? So I think kind of the best use for something like this is to kind of get everyone together, right? Whether it's in chat or on these discussions. So like some of these have like 5-6 people, and it's kind of just free format, like people just going at it, having talks, and kind of bringing up some pretty cool discussions, right? So I think that's pretty cool. I like the other talks too, but I just think that I'm a big fan for kind of the roundtable open discussions, kind of getting everyone's brains together and making some cool stuff happen, right? So I'm looking forward to all of those. I guess if I could name one specifically, probably maybe the business one, or the new one that actually just opened up yesterday is this conference one, kind of discussing other conferences. Maybe WordSesh will pop up in there and stuff like Prestige and LoopConf and WooConf. And WordCamps in general. So I think that's pretty cool. So looking forward to that.
Very cool.
Oh man, well beyond the panels, I think panels are fun because you get a lot of different perspectives, and I always love topics when people have various sides, like they don't all agree, right? And I love it when Dre and I disagree. It happens, believe it or not, a lot, and it's fun when you disagree.
Not often.
I hate
We're
everything he says.
I can't stand. Oh wait.
You know what? Shut it. No, so panel is always fun. It's just fun to hear different perspectives. But man, I mean, how do you pick one? You know what I mean? Like if you look at the schedule, you just look at the names, and if I just scroll through this list, and I always love topics I recognize. Like they don't agree, right? And I love it when Dre and I disagree. It happens, believe it or not, a lot, and it's fun when you disagree. I hate everything you say. Yes, David. So, welcome, David. That is still trying to figure out how to mute things. David, why don't you? Well, all right, David, you're already on. So why don't you unmute yourself? And speaking of, there we are. We're good. So speaking of a great presentation coming up, David, you're actually moderating. So we're going to bring out a couple people and just tease their presentations a little bit. So David, you got to give us the 30-second elevator pitch. I know for you, that's going to be a challenge. No offense. Elevator pitch. You're moderating a panel. Tell us about it. Tell us why people should tune in. Go.
I think for the first time. By the way, I thought pink sausage was, a good second choice. Or 24. Forget that other suggestion I had. That was uncalled for. But the talk, I think it's going to be a presentation. We're going to have 4 individuals, including Ryan Sullivan, and Jenny Wong, and a few others that I just drew a blank on right now. We're actually going to have a good panel discussion and get the people that have actually hosted or like non-WordCamp conferences together in one space and talk about how putting those things together, like the Prestige Conference, the upcoming Loop Conference, PHP conferences, and the WooConf, those conferences, how they differ from other WordCamps and what the challenges are. And we're going to talk ticket prices. We're going to talk about impact of the WordPress community, what those guys and girls have seen are going to be predicting going forward, and how these conferences are going to shape the WordPress conference landscape. So
I love it. I mean, that's a pretty amazing topic, and this is whether you want to believe it or not. I mean, this is a WordPress conference right here, right? So it'll be interesting to hear how like physical conferences like WordCamps intertwine with online conferences, intertwine with non-WordCamps, and those kind of niche camps like business and plugin or just dev conferences and design conferences. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's not often you can get these people together, and especially since there's not a lot of these people yet. It's a booming. In 2014, that's the year we're in, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think there's been a lot of talk, some controversial or just general talk about these things, and it should be interesting. I'm not going to softball it. I'm going to ask them some tough questions, hopefully. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, I look forward to David. And what time? Sorry, let me kill this. What time is your presentation at UTC and in the States?
Okay, I can only do Eastern Standard Time. If somebody can translate, that's 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. So I think that's 1400 UTC.
Cool. We'll go with that because I have no idea. But it's on the schedule, so look for the...
I'm an American, damn it.
So actually, that is 1400 UTC. That is 9... Wait a minute. Yeah, that's 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific.
Yep.
On Saturday, tomorrow, in the States. Yep. So... and definitely consult WordPress.org for the schedule. So, David, thanks for popping on real quick. We'll look forward to that. We'll see you, tomorrow for us. So,
thanks.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, guys, we got one thing we got to handle, my friends, and that is the WordSesh wrap. So, Scott, Dre, maybe you guys can give a little bit of history of what this is, what it means, why we're doing this. As I queue it up.
How did this even start? I think it was a combination of Scotty B and I just talking smack one day, and I put together the stupidest rap ever. And next thing I know, Scotty's sending it back to us in one of our like back channel discussions with a beat behind it, and we about fell out of our chairs. So much so that we ended up actually putting it on the first WordSesh. It was terrible. It hasn't gotten much better, folks, so I hope your expectations are really low. We followed that up last time with doing it again. Your beats were just on point, and we did it again this year. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's the story in a nutshell. I mean,
and he's sticking to it.
We gotta, there's a few gigs we've done together, in Philly, out in, LA and stuff like that. Like people love us, man. But I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying. But no, I really like it. I think it's great. So hopefully, I think people, this is fun, right? So we try to make it as fun as we can, and this is something I love it. So play that.
So play it. Hey, what a way to bring us into WordSesh. 3. Brad, awesome, brother, to speak with you in a special episode of DradCast. Scotty B,
So good.
we love you, boy.
Yeah, if I can.
Congratulations on crushing.
No, love you guys too. I guess if we could, if we're gonna close it with the wrap, one thing I could say quickly is like, again, I think together we can kind of push WordSesh to everyone. So if you guys want to hit Twitter hard, there's a share button somewhere on Crowdcast. Appreciate you guys kind of telling everyone about this. Yeah. It is fun and it's a good opportunity for everyone to learn. So
pass it around. That's one thing I heard last year that I was a little bit disappointed in is a lot of people didn't even know it was happening, and I thought we promoted it pretty well. So. Pass it around. If you're in a meetup group, share it. Send it out to everybody. We're going 24 hours strong, starting right now. So if you're in the States, if you're on the East Coast, we're going to 7 p.m. tomorrow. It's crazy. Send it out. Tweet it. Put it on Facebook. Get people here. I hate when people miss it. However, if you do miss it, the recordings are going to be on YouTube, so you can always catch the replay if there's something you want to see that we're not able to make, or is early morning or whatever it may be. So let's do this. Are we going right into WordSesh 3? Yes, we are. So this is the brand new, hot off the press. This is like Total Request Live, the new single from WordSesh 3. Oh man, I'm building this up to fail, aren't I? Here we go. Let's do it, guys. I'm gonna mute it.
Another installation of the sesh, folks. Let's kick this off. Undoubtedly delicious, it's vicious to the indies that will miss this. Just don't get torqued like instances of influence lists. Hoping they're accurate with no misses, leaving you sleeping with the fishes. For instance, it's a day of WordPress talk, that's the business. Don't try to diss this like Dre's jujitsu with your weak ass spin kicks. Congratulatory mentions are in order, according to the borderline iconic lineup floating through the digital corridor. Advancing orderly and step through the floorboard to excite the main core of your brain matter. Open source French doors. Open them. Expand your attention, hoping it will afford more. Years of the best, 24 hours of WordPress. Magic is tragic, is manic. I'm thinking my tongue just exploded and tore. Let's mesh. Third session, invasions of nations. I press these words I'm saying like verbatim. How you needed them made it. To make sure that you understood the stuff that's coming through this sesh. The word. Welcome and relax. No taxes, just facts. No attacks and hacks. Just smart folks to the max. And the dudes from DradCast. Let's get it, baby. WordSesh 3. Deuces.
Deuces, baby. Well, stick around. We got what do we got coming up? We got Pippin Williamson and the other Brad T. I'm going with that. Man, they're doing a live podcast. So stick around. We're back in 15 minutes, my friends. DradCast is out. Deuces.
See you guys.
Booyah. Booyah.